I'm thinking dungeon. I'm thinking dungeon today. I'm thinking dungeon. That should be fun. Torneko 2, I'm thinking. Because we didn't even get to the different dungeons yet, right? Then there's supposed to be like 3 different dungeons. There's supposed to be a fighter dungeon, a wizard dungeon, something else. I don't remember the third one. But like they're all supposed to be different. It seems fun. Because you know me, I don't know. I dig roguelikes, but I like even more when like they have those other mechanics. Like, when you start getting some other stuff to mess with besides just like explore the dungeon, you start having like skills and things. So that's pretty exciting to me. Pretty hyped to get into that part. I'm not supposed to guess what. Oh, storyline stuff. I was thinking, what if Evil Yoko made contact with a certain other entity? only you would remember probably. But anyway, that's here nor there. That's here nor there. We have the triangulation point tomorrow. I'm still calling it that. I think it's pretty good. I think triangulation point is pretty good for tomorrow. Have I already explained why it's a triangulation point? I don't think I should have to. I mean, I don't think I should. Not should have to like do tasks, but I mean like, I know I should. I don't know if I did. I don't know. But anyways, tomorrow's a triangulation point. Pretty exciting, I think. We're gonna end the season. Put a cap on the season. I mean, it fits, right? We finished the one game. I mean, we finished Breath of Fire 3. We're gonna finish the Jinguji episode. We finished the Super Robot recently too. It's perfect time to transition to a new season. So we should. I see a cursed ghost. Yeah, true. True. Bro, Gio, why do I drive people insane? Well, why? I know why. I know I'm asking why. It's still surprising sometimes, though, when it happens. You know, it's a little surprising. I don't really mean to do it, but, what am I gonna do? What are we gonna do? Were you here for yesterday at all, Gio? What's up, Dingus? Dingus, you missed the Discord continuation of that individual. It got crazy. He was spamming the Discord. He threatened me at one point. He said, I'm gonna show up to your house. Isn't that crazy? Like, all I'm doing is entertaining the guy. I said he had a marshmallow brain, though. So that might be why. But he does, so it's not like I was lying. The guy, he said, I'm gonna show up to your house. I'm gonna beat you up or something. I don't know what he was saying. I'm gonna show up to your house, he said, right now. Like, what the fuck? You think I want to fight you? I think you're retarded. Does that mean I have to fight every person I think is retarded? Oh my god, it's a lot of people. It's not, that's gonna be very tiring. Zachary, yeah. I heard some of it. Well, triangulation is the process by which you find the origin of a signal. I first saw in regards to pirate radio broadcast. Right? True. And that's connected to the story that's going to happen tomorrow. There's multiple ways. The triangulation point isn't... I mean, the triangulation point isn't just one way. There's multiple uses of it I'm thinking about for tomorrow. I don't know if I spoiled any of it yet. I don't know of what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know. I might give some of it away. That's the thing about having the whole story in your head. Sometimes you let parts slip and you don't know what you said or what you didn't say. Cracky versus the world. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I want to find everybody for being retarded that exists is out there. Alright, whatever. Whatever, man. Somebody's got to do it, I guess. But yeah, on the Discord, you missed out, Dingus. He's spammed and spammed and spammed. He kept adding me, and then he tried to pull that thing both ways too. He's trying to pretend he was just joking. At one point, he calls me a communist. He says, "I know you're a communist. You're my enemy too." I said, "Yeah, we are enemies, but not the way you think. I am an enemy of every collectivist that exists, but not in a way like that. Like in a way like ideologically, I'm their enemies. I'm their enemy, whether they realize that or not. He's a fucking collectivist retard, man. Now the good thing is it gave us an example of the woke right, like of a right-wing person being like under the programming, what it does to people under the same programming, even if they're conservative. I think it was a good example of that, right? He was definitely conservative, and it definitely warped his mind. The programming, the hubristic programming we all receive, combine those together, and you got him. You get that kind of behavior. So for a frog to dissect, I think it was pretty useful yesterday. Right? I think we learned a couple of things. That wasn't a normal communist. That was somebody that was conservative with the programming of the communists, with a Gnostic belief in knowing the truth and things like that. So the programming still can stick even if the actual communism part doesn't. But I guess we knew that too. If you look at all the old socialist thinkers, a lot of them started as like Christian or this or that, and what stuck was the altruism. It's kind of like the same thing but in reverse. They get programmed with like the arrogance of the communist, but not the beliefs. What's up, Oni? I've heard Cranny versus the Space Units. That'd be a good one. That sounds fun. Speaking of, I'm working on a card game. Card games Saturday. Anybody wants to play a Marvel Legendary clone? I've almost got it done. Hopefully I get it done. If I don't get it done, what we'll do is we'll play Marvel Legendary on Saturday, and then we'll play it the following week if I don't get it done. It's gonna be like under the line. Like if I do get it done, it's gonna be just under the bar. But I'm working on it. The thing is, it's a clone, but I don't want to literally clone it. I want to reinvent some of the ideas. So I've been tooling things, and I got out my Legendary set and was like playing solo yesterday to remember how the word rules work. But it's a simple idea, so I can just tweak it a bit, and hopefully it'll be fun still. When Keynesian, I heard you defining libertarians. Well, he says libertarians are communists, Gio. His definition of communist, he thinks libertarians, this is how retarded he is. He thinks libertarians and anarchists are lying, and they're actually just communists. Like they don't want smaller government because they want smaller government. His belief is they want smaller government because they want the economy to fail. It was a really twisted and bizarre view. He thinks they want to shut down the federal government. This is what libertarians want, he says. They want to shut down the federal government in order to make the economies go to the state level, which again, this sounds nonsensical. He thinks they want to shut down the Fed, then make economies at the state level, then they're going to make the government, because they're going to make everything state level, they're going to make the economy collapse, and then when the economy collapses, they'll reign in socialist utopia. Retarded, no? And then I brought up economics because I'm trying to explain to him, the basis of what libertarians believe and anarchists believe nowadays. And it's from a strong understanding, a lot of times, of economics, it's from a strong understanding of economics, and he has no understanding of economics. Libertarian ideas come out of economics, but he doesn't understand economics well enough to see that. He thinks they're out of anarchist ideas. He thinks libertarian ideas are out of anarchist ideas because some anarchists become libertarians, I guess, right? Or something, I don't know. Which, I mean, it makes sense, honestly, that an anarchist and a libertarian they're pretty close in beliefs. Like, it makes sense when you really think about it, right? Like, an anarchist and a libertarian believe in very similar things. It's just like their solution is a little different. Like, their ability to, they're willing to compromise is a little different. That's all. From like a real anarchist, right? And then a libertarian, they do believe in kind of the same things. His whole argument was that because a lot of anarchist thought came out of the period of socialist thought, which it did, right? Like mutual aid was written by somebody that was considered a socialist, even though he was more of an anarchist. He thinks that is enough evidence that it's true, that what he's saying is true. That's a very weak argument. I think somebody on YouTube made it for him or something. So he wasn't lying about bipolar schizophrenia, whatever the fuck. He probably self-diagnosed. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he wasn't lying about that. Oh, he said that in stream too. He said that on the Discord. I didn't know he said that on stream too. I missed when he said that. But yeah, it's almost certain. I mean, Snorch said, does your stream attract the mentally ill? Now here's the thing. The stream is designed to appeal to, like, you know, people that fall through the cracks and things like that. That is intentional. Now some of those people will be cool, like a cool weird that you know, and some are going to be not, right? Some are just be regular old insano weird. That's just how it goes, bro. You can't filter out that completely when you're trying to filter down to, because like if I'm looking for the people that aren't programmed, that's going to be people that are antisocial, right? Because people that are social are going to be programmed, unless they live in some society that's not programmed. But is there one? Right? If you're social, that means you allow. If you're not antisocial, you allow society to pull you around, which means you're, by my estimation now, insane, delusional, mentally ill. So if anything, I'm looking for the non-mentally ill, actually. I'm looking for the super sane. You know? I'm looking for the people that can guide their own ship. Which there aren't that many people out there that are sane, by the way. Doesn't seem like it. At least not on the internet. I don't know. It was a bit, he was just trolling. I watched a YouTube video earlier that would dispute all his points. It was a bit, he was just trolling. Snorch did take responsibility for it. Is it his fault? No. The guy was going to be like that eventually, that's what he believed. If he had such short-sighted beliefs like that, such emotional beliefs like that. And here's the thing too, his whole argument boiled down to, I was fine, it was a bit, he said, right? I don't know where the bit is supposed to be. But then he's like, I'm just trying, everybody does it, just trying to make the streamer mad. And it's like, okay, but like, I've been nothing but nice to you, bro. Why would you be that way to me? Like, it's so weird the way people are online sometimes. They try to define you by, like, I don't know, like whatever, right? Like it happened with the people in commentary a little bit too. They're trying to define you by their standards. And if you don't go along with them, I don't know, they can't understand like you as an individual and just understand they're an individual, you're an individual, and that your like relationship between you two is unique. They don't understand these things. Collectivists don't understand these things. It was a great bit. Yeah, that was a super lame cop-out. Yeah, he did it again on the Discord after threatening my life, by the way. Jesus Christ. After threatening my life casually, then he said he was doing a bit again. He said, you do bits? Can I do a bit? I was like, bro, and like was pointed out, I don't really do bits. Omega said that I do themes, he said. Well, I don't disagree with that. I do characters, right? It's like not like just one little bit. It's like I'm in character or whatever. Like I'm not doing one little bit. And I'm not even trying to like fool you guys. I'm trying to entertain you guys. They're a whole different, now sometimes in the process of trying to entertain you, I do fool you. But it's like my intentions are entertainment, right? Not to like make people mad or something. Well, sometimes, but not you guys. Like my intentions, even in the character, even if I was like, and I'm not dishonest when I'm in a character, I'm just playing the character. So that was all dishonest too. It was a great bit. It's a little disappointing, but like I was saying on the Discord too, I said I'm gonna hold my breath before I go to sleep. I said I'm gonna hold my breath and see if I can think of anything that Zachary, JRPG fanatic, ever taught me. If I ever learned it, I'm gonna try to think of something I learned from him. Hold on, and then and then I didn't come back for hours. Because I think it's good to point out that people like him, I don't learn anything from them. They just exist, you know? That like you guys, a lot of you guys, I've learned stuff from you. Tons of times we've talked about things, right? And you've helped me learn a thing, like, or pointed out a thing, or had an insight or something. And I've never, those people that flip out like that, I almost never learned anything from them. You know what I mean? Like they have no value to me. Outside of like whatever value like having a friendship would be, but I don't really have a friendship with them because they don't really provide any value. You know what I'm saying? They're just like they're just like cogs or something. People like him are like cogs. Like I can see it when they first show up, pretty much. There's nothing unique about them. They're just interchangeable. They're interchangeable people. It makes me lose faith in humanity sometimes, but I get it back eventually. Why? Because humanity's sick. That's why. But it does make me wonder, are people robots, or are most people too stupid to think? You know, into like that kind of mindset sometimes. It does happen. But I'm Super Saiyan now, so you know, can only do so much. Wait, you're saying Carl isn't just an ever change? Isn't just you not even changing your voice at all? Carl's not me, no. I don't change my voice though, but I think that's kind of a funny thing too. Carl's definitely not me, Oni. When I'm Carl, I let my anxiety like drive me. Like every time I feel like I don't know, I just do it. Or like I think of a thought, I just say it. Any other time, I'm not like that. I'm very careful with my words. I'm very careful with my words. Normally, right? I think you can notice the difference, no? They are all the same voice, though. But what can you do? What am I gonna do? I'm not a voice actor. But I do get in their mindset of them. I don't know if they have any different. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I really do any different intonations in my voice, though. But that's not really the kind of show it is. Also, it's funny that all have the same voice, because it's just someone we can do one voice, basically. Also, Carl learned English from mimicking face. It's part of the story, right? His face broke him out of underground Nevada, and he learned how to speak English from him. He just copied him. I came up with a story reason. I do recall last time I caught Carl, he was blowing up on some guy. He blows up on people more than I do, bro. Now, when I haven't, there was a window not too long ago where I wasn't doing Carl for a while, and then like it was kind of bleeding over into the other characters. When you get used to it like a routine, it's a little weird. A little weird. I don't know, the whole thing is weird. Doing the stream is weird, I don't know. But yeah, Carl, that's how I try to think, like, if he gets anxious, if I get anxious while I'm Carl, I just do the thing, like I just do something to clear it, basically. He's like he just lets his anxiety roll him around and he has fun with it. And I think it's fun to do too. Cause like people are so scared of their anxiety. I kind of think it's cool. I don't know. Cause the way I am, I can't avoid anxiety. I can chill out and be zen or whatever if I really want to, but can't avoid it. So I'd rather, you know, trying to master it, like a wave. Anyway, that's what Carl, this guy in with Carl, and then everybody else has different things a little bit. Like Face is I try to think like more of like a mad scientist. Like I play up my my view of like my ideas and things, and he talks a lot more about ideas and things like this because he's like a mad scientist, right? Is the idea. He's like me but a mad scientist. He's like me if I leaned into my mad science tendencies, my 8th grader syndrome, right? Is what he's like. And then Spooky Ghost is like a bit more of a hot dogger, and he kind of gets pissed off at chat a little easier too. Spooky Ghost does, but he's a little more introspective. He's like depressed kind of. Spooky Ghost is like a performer that's like depressed on the inside, something like this. So he gets really introspective, and he thinks about that only kind of developed recently, that he gets really introspective. But anyway, so that's Spooky Ghost. Who else do we have? JB Garfield. JB Garfield, I just trying to think like a detective, I don't know, or like Garfield. Pilot X is pretty fun. Pilot X is a version of Face, so it's like 2 levels of recursion. Pilot X is a virtualization of Face that no longer is connected to the system. Really, he's just like in his own little world, and he doesn't want anybody to know that. So he gets really defensive about his past. He doesn't want anybody to figure it out, so he gets really defensive about it. Cranky isn't even an intellectual. You're a fake intellectual. Cranky isn't even an intellectual. What? Well, see, that's the thing too, right? To think I consider myself an intellectual is a big misreading of me, right? Like, I'm with you. To think I consider myself an intellectual shows that you don't really understand my viewpoint on things. I'm like the opposite of an intellectual. I'm an anti-intellectual. I'm anti-intellectual, like flat out, right? I'm an anti-intellectual. I don't believe in intellectuals. Dr. Cracking, Mr. Carl. Carl is in Mr. Hyde. Sure. You never noticed that, Oni, that they're different? That's fine. I promise they are. I know some of you guys notice. I promise they're different, I promise. What are the characters they do? Is that all of them? And then of course TP was like really insane, right? But it was like leaning into my most like outrageous tendencies was TP. On purpose, of course. And then the Mickey Mouse one we did the other day, that was just out of character. I was just hanging out and talking then. I had no character up for the Mickey Mouse one on Sinus. You remember that one, guys? That one I had no, when we were watching Kick, that segment I had no character I was doing. I was just, isn't that funny? The Mickey Mouse is going to be my out of character one there, I think. I think it's a good one to do out of character, and it's really expressive. Yeah, the Mickey Mouse is going to be my out of character now. I think it works pretty good. And it's off-putting a little bit too. Anyway, Guys, we are gonna play Torneco's Mystery Dungeon tonight. Who's excited about that? On PS2, I mean not PS2, PS1, the second one. I want to get to the dungeons where we unlock the different. So there's like 3 different dungeons. There's like Fighter Dungeon, Wizard Dungeon, and another one I forget. Each one has different rules to it and different items and skills and things. Should be exciting. I have the guidebook somewhere. I could pull that up maybe. Okay, so what are we doing? Well, speaking of characters, who am I doing tonight? What am I doing? We're playing dungeon. Oh, it could be Carl, right? Hold on. I could be Carl for dungeon. If my right-click Steam though, it's not working for some reason. Okay. But Steam actually works, but the right-click doesn't. Whatever, I guess. We be Carl, yeah. And libertarians aren't commies. What? Yeah. Okay. Let me. Can you do it as Mickey Mouse? Yeah, I could. You want to do an out of character day for the break? I mean, since it doesn't really matter what we do today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do Mickey Mouse. Yeah, we do Mickey Mouse. I'm down. You know what I was thinking about something? I could also put for the future. I could also put like a screen in the background that has face on it, even though I like Mickey Mouse. That'd be kind of cool, right? Like a TV in the back somewhere, a little one, and then it has face on it. So like, even though it's Mickey Mouse, there's a FaceTime in the background. Like it's unclear if it's the face or not. A little bit. I don't know. That'd be cool, yeah? Yeah, that'd be cool, I think so too. Oh yeah, so Geo, the libertarian thing. It's because he thinks libertarians are communists. He thinks they're lying. He thinks that nobody could really believe in what they believe. He said wild shit. He said that, it was during the stream was when he said it. He said that libertarians are lying, okay? Libertarians are lying. Yeah, let me get in this. We can start the stream now. Libertarians are lying, okay? Libertarians are lying, he said. And what they really want is, hold on. You know what? Okay. Mickey Mouse today, I guess, yeah. Libertarians are lying, and here you go. What they really want is, bro, it was wild. He thinks that they're gonna shut down the federal government. Why? In order to prop up state economies. He doesn't understand how economy works. That's why like the economics thing came up. It's because he. You see the lady back there? Whoa. Oh no, I broke the visualizer. Crap, man. Crap, man. I broke it. Okay, well, hold on. I'm messing around with everything too much, I guess. I don't know. I can make it so you can see Mickey Mouse. Hold on. While I'm resetting the visualizer. I just gotta get past Mickey Mouse. Okay, let me out of music too. Horrible timing. Okay, one sec. Let me put on more music for a second and fix this. It's about animes. Okay. Poll time? Normal. Okay. Color? Source here. Okay. I gotta restart the visualizer. It crashed for some reason. I don't know. Hey, Belinda. My phone can't see Belinda's stars, but my PC can't. My phone can, but my... Okay. This guy's be like 16, his brain is melted. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, so his argument was... federal government will be shut down by the anarchists and the libertarians. And then what will happen is that the economy will go to the state level, which I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Why would like... I don't know how he thinks economies work, but he thinks it'll go down to the state level, and then state economies will go corrupt because state economies always go corrupt, he said, and then everything will break, and then they'll get the communist utopia. That's what he thinks. That's what he said. Isn't that crazy? What the fuck is he talking about? It's somebody, I don't know, somebody on YouTube told him that or what. Like, it's just completely nuts. He thinks libertarians are lying, and he thinks anarchists are lying about what they believe, which sure is true about communists, but libertarians and anarchists actually have strong basis in reality for their ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could disagree with them, but if you understand economics and stuff, what they're saying makes sense, right? It's like if a free market works, if laissez-faire capitalism, it might be the most laissez-faire capitalism might be the most free way, the most fair way to handle markets, is the kind of thing the libertarian believes, right? So what the fuck is after that? What? How does that mean? Like, why would that be a lie? For what objective? One of the stars is an inverted pentagram, huh? I mean, what is upside down? Why does Mickey Mouse sound like Garfield? Because I only got one voice. Okay? What am I supposed to sound like? How do I even adjust my voice like that? How do you make a higher pitch voice? Should I use... Hold on. Should we use... is there a voice mod I could use that sounds like Mickey Mouse? Is that a good idea or a horrible idea? Thing is, it'll make me slower if I use a voice mod, because it takes like a second to turn your voice into the thing. So like, my movements will be earlier than the voice will be. I can make the voice line up by changing the source, but the movement still won't line up right? Because I'll be talking. That's my only issue with that. What's up, Word? Long time no see. You're playing Dungeon today. Playing Dungeon today. What are you up to, man? How you been? We're playing Torneco's Mystery Dungeon 2. The PlayStation one. I'm not going to worry about changing my voice, guys. It seems like it's too much work. Okay. I'm not going to do that. And it's going to add more stress into the stack. Libertarians hate the central government, but I don't think they'd cut off the states from each other economically. Right, of course they wouldn't. Right, and I tried to explain that to him, right? I'm like, okay, this is what libertarians believe. Minimize the government, right? Because minimize the state, maximize individual agency. That's what libertarians believe. That would also lead to stronger state power, true, but that's what our founding fathers believe too, right? Like, it's not like what our founding fathers believe in that. Our founding fathers liars? Like, could be, I guess. But if you believe that, how do you even believe in America? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. His view makes no sense whatsoever. And then he kept saying I was wrong. And then when I proved him, when I proved him wrong after time, he goes, "Oh, I was just kidding. It was a bit. It was a joke." And then he does the same thing again on the Discord, right? When I call him out, I'm like, bro, what happens is he keeps adding me all this shit, and then he asks me a paragraph about libertarians. He's like, if libertarian was a president right now, then Iran wouldn't have been nuked, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, that's a whole different world, right? There's no way in our world that a libertarian could be president. It's not going to happen. But to have that world, you'd have to, who knows how much is different. To compare them is just dishonest. Like, the whole governmental structure, like everything would be different, right? Our society would be different if we had a libertarian. We're not going to elect a libertarian now, right? So the world would have to be so drastically different for them to get into power that there's not even a point to compare them. Stupid. And then I said that. And then I also said, after that, I said, something about, I said, I know who you are now. I said, I know who you are now. You can fuck off. Something like this. You can get fucked. And then he got really mad and did the same bit again. And then in the Discord, he does the bit. That's what happened. So he did it during the stream yesterday, and then when I said that on Discord, he started spazzing out and doing it again. I didn't read 90% of his messages. I was serious about that. I lost respect for the guy. So, like, how am I supposed to give a shit about what he says? You know? I don't know. Like, people do that where they're like, oh, I was just fooling with ya. It's like, okay. But, like, I don't respect you now. You know? So, cool, I guess. But what do you want me to do? Like, you can have 10 hours to explain it? Yeah. Haven't caught the stream lately? I have to wake up early. Ah, okay, work, gotcha. Do you like David Friedman? I've never met him. But also, like, libertarians and anarchists fundamentally, their ideology is totally different, is the opposite of communists, right? They believe in the individual person, like how can you make a claim that they're communist? They believe in, like individual responsibility and things like this, right? Personal agency. I started the visualizer, but there's nothing on the preview. I wonder what. Hold on, let me close it. It's crashed already, I guess. Let me see what's open. I'm supposed to get the RAM tomorrow. Hopefully that helps. I'm having issues like now. Koji bought me RAM. Was nice of him. Koji bought me RAM because he doesn't want to see the stream crash anymore. It'll be here tomorrow. It'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, it did crash. Visualizer just crashing, bro. Depressing a little bit. If we can't use it, I guess we can't use it, but I should be able to. I don't know why it's crashing. Canada's Libertarian Party ain't about liberty. No, sir. Stares out into the void. I don't know about libertarian parties, but it's mostly just about the actual views. I don't know about any specific party. I don't know anything about any specific party. I'm not into politics. But that's what I was saying too. A lot of libertarians or anarchists aren't into politics, right? Because they think it's a broken system. Most libertarians and anarchists aren't part of any party, right? By the nature of what they are, they wouldn't join most parties, even one that represents their interest. It would have to actually think it has a chance. Most people don't. Most libertarians aren't politically activated. Same with anarchists. Okay, it's on now. Okay. So let's switch to this. Okay, so we can switch to this now. Hopefully I don't mess anything up this time. Let's switch to spout now. Magic. Hopefully I don't mess this up, guys. I'm gonna mess this up. We're playing Dungeon tonight. Should be fun. Oh, I gotta get chat fixed or something now that everything's mostly working. Okay. How do I make chat work, guys? Does anybody know? Guys, pretend you're me and you understand the stream, okay, and the inner workings of it. That it's very complicated and confusing if you don't know what you're doing. And tell me, how do I fix? How does the chat work? Pretend you understand it all, okay? Just beam it into your mind, and then tell me how to fix it. Hold on, I'm just kidding. I'm fixing it. Alright, headshot, come on. There you go. There you go. I believe you. I'm referring to today's Ishna that I don't exactly grasp. Did you turn it on and off? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know anything about the actual political parties, you know? Because why would I, man? I don't believe in politics. I'm anti-politics. I don't know if it's not obvious. I'm anti-politics. I hate it. I believe in that saying, like that. You know, politics are downstream of culture. So I'd rather engage in culture then. You know. Let me find. Let me fix the thing. I guess I didn't save it after I did that. Let me find. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. If politics are downstream of culture, why engage in politics at all? Why not culture? That's what I say. Okay, so is this chat? Hold on. Yes. Okay. So I need to fix the window. Okay, hold it up. Keep my head over there. Okay, move it over. Like here. Yeah. Is that good? Let me see it. One preview. Almost perfect. It's a little bit off. Same. How some a bit hard to ignore when all of a sudden one can't do this or that. Yeah, but when does that ever actually happen? People say that, but when is it ever? I've never had that experience ever happen to me. Like, worst case, you use a black market or something, you know? Like, I don't know. An appointment now can only be done through phone. Oh yeah, you guys have like really weird, well that's because you have because you have, whatever healthcare, right? Like, that means the state controls the whole thing. Which does suck, I understand that sucks. Yeah. I know, like, my quote-unquote real girlfriend, always has all kinds of issues, like, seeing anybody for anything. Like, the waiting lists are insane. Specialists, especially, everybody, like, it seems like, I don't know. It seems like you're, like, waiting for months just to see a doctor. It's crazy, I don't know. I don't envy you guys on that. Like, people have serious surgeries they're waiting on, and they have to wait like half a year or something. They could die in the middle. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, it blows my mind Canada operates that way. It really does. Like, I'm sure people die in between appointments with how long it is. Had not anymore WTV with the fuck they did to it. Sure, no more walk-in clinics. Why? Getting point? Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing stuff like that. Gee. And besides that, the government hates you. Besides that, you know, I don't know. The government does probably hate you though. Government always hates you. Unfortunately. No, I wanted to look for the guide. For this game. Gee, were you catching up on what happened in the Discord? Is that what you were doing? While you're bringing up the things. The Discord conversation is basically just a repeat of what he did during the stream. It was pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Neko. Where do I have this guidebook? Perfect guide. Neko 2. I have an image here for it. Perfect guide. Why did I extract the images? Let me check my guidebook folder real quick. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, I thought nationalized healthcare would solve everything. Yeah, that's what people say, huh? But in reality, nothing's free, right? People are like, oh yeah, let's make it free. But nothing is free is the thing. Ever. Nothing's ever free. People that think stuff is free are just retarded. I don't know. Like, when they think the state paying for something is free, they're just stupid. Right? Like, Those are just stupid people that think the state should pay for things. Like, I used to think it's like, you know, like a different opinion, but no, it's just stupid people. That's just people that are dumb. They're the people that have no idea what they're talking about. They're just not thinking. Why do I say it's just because they're dumb? Well, why are they thinking that way? Because they're not thinking any further than like their own benefit. That's why. I found the guide. They're not thinking any further than just their own benefit. What is that if not just stupid? How is that, you know? If all they think about is their own benefit, how is that not just dumb? That's what dumb people do. That's what the animals do. Alright, let me show you guys the guidebook here. It's pretty cool. Oh, we got sprites and things. That's cool. In the back of the book. I'll show you that first. Something happened and I dropped paying attention. It was aight. It's been liberals and for some reason we still want them to make bad decisions for us. Sure. Why are you this dead mouse creature? I'm Mickey Mouse? What do you mean dead mouse? I'm literally the original Mickey Mouse. I'm Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. The fuck? Dead mouse? I'm Mickey Mouse. The one and only. Yuck. What does he do? Was it a yuck? Maybe not. Whatever he does some stupid laugh. Pretend I did that. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, book cache. Oh, it's locked. The book is locked. Unlock it, please. And then shrink it a tiny bit. Okay. Too big. Okay. There you go.